Welcome, Captain D. Cathari here with some tips and tricks on how to play Augen Core Juggernaut Workshop into pretty much any Shroud deck. So you might be asking yourself, why is a Captain D. Cathari giving a video on Augen? I am certainly a Cathari main, it's my first love, but have been trying Augen recently and having an absolute blast. One of Augen's toughest matchups is into Shroud, mostly on ladder right now. It's Brand or Neve. And it's tough because we have upgrades and salvage mechanics and aftermath abilities that don't trigger when units are banished. Banish is a special ability that only Shroud has access to. And when they use an effect like Erasure, let's take a look at that for a second. They use Erasure, it puts a unit, banishes it into their singularity. None of the aftermath trigger, none of the salvage effects trigger. Salvage is unique to Augen Core. It allows us to pass upgrades around. The other thing is we have fewer, bigger units often that are dealt with more easily by Shroud cards like Erasure. Another issue is every 4 turns, Juggernaut Workshop generates a token. You can either choose a 4/4 armed token, a 2/5 Juggernaut that does 2 damage to any unit, or a 3/6 defender. And these are very effective and useful. But the problem is that Shroud guys have this card called Honored Steward. And when they put this guy down, it banishes an enemy unit. So it takes that token and puts it in their singularity. Because it's a token and not actually a unit, it just disappears. It's just gone. So even if I kill this guy, I don't get my token back. It just goes bye-bye. I kind of have to tech my deck a little bit when facing Shroud on ladder. Never know who I'm going to face on ladder, but there is quite a bit of Shroud. So, a couple of cards that I play that are helpful. Got 2 of each. I got this Alvaro Interrogator. It's actually a universal card. Does 3 damage to any player that plays an effect. I do play effects. I can damage myself with this card, but Shroud plays more effects. So when they see this card, they tend to freak out a little bit. Also, Neve in particular does a lot of self-damage through her own cards. So if I can have her doing even more damage with her effects, that's even better. Another card that is very effective against Neve in any Shroud deck is called Point Defense Turret. It's a relic. Enters with 1 counter. Remove a counter. You can do 2 damage to any target. You can do it to the player. You can do it to an enemy unit. You can do it to your own units if you want to. Also, whenever the enemy plays an effect, you add a counter. So once again, it deters Shroud from playing effects, and they do play units, but primarily they want to use lots of effects like Erasure to get rid of your big tall units. So some cards to watch out that they have that are really dangerous against this. One card they have, this card, Embedded Agent. 1 cost, 1/1. Not great stats, but it's got this lethal thing here. So that means anything it touches dies. It also dies, right? And it's also got evasive, so it can go around defenders. So I put down that big 3/6 defender every 4 turns that I get, and it doesn't matter, it can go around that and kill stuff. So we put down these big tall units, and then this thing can just wipe them out. So I'm always on the lookout on a way to deal with that. We already talked about Honored Steward. That is very dangerous. Let's now get into a game, an example of a game that we had recently against a great player, in which I was able to utilize some of these strategies. Okay, so here we are in game. Got to get the mulligan right. So I'm going to keep the PS8 launcher and the point defense turret, of course. PS8 launcher is for the embedded agent. Researchers for card draw. If I can get that down first, that's going to prevent him from playing it, because then I'll be drawing a card as well. Now, turn 1, if you notice, he didn't play the Embedded Agent. So I'm going to get rid of the PS8. Now, this is the perfect hand. I've got both point defense turrets. I got an Alvaro, and I've got more card draw, and I've got these take it or leave it cards, which allow me to have an extra energy per turn, which is pretty awesome. So now I've got plenty of card draw. I'm going to get out this Researcher first, so that if he plays one, he'll also give me a card. Every time you reveal a card, you have to reveal 2 when you play it. And every time a card from the bank is revealed, you get a free card, which is pretty awesome. So we will wait to see what my opponent does. I am playing a very good Neve player. One of the best in the world, actually. I want to respect the fact that I don't think he drew very well this game. So he doesn't do anything turn 2. It's not uncommon for Neve to sit there and wait. It is a control deck. Going to respond to what I do. So I've got relic removal with the Saboteur down there. I'm not going to play around his relic. Oh wait, it is his turn, and he does play his own Ravaging Researcher. So I anticipated great by pointing out that Researcher, my own Researcher. And so I did get an extra card there, which is awesome. So I'm going to bank one of the Saboteurs. That's relic removal. They really only play 1 relic. I'm not too worried about it at this point. So now I've got an extra energy with the Take It or Leave It. That's a 0 cost effect there. So I want to make use of that. So I'm thinking of going 2 + 2, because I'll have a total of 4 energy. So I'm going to put out a Defender here, which if I attack with it, I can actually reveal a card and get an extra card. So I'm rolling here. I got 3 units on the board. After 3 turns, and I've got that Alvaro, so he's going to think twice before playing effects, because he's going to take 3 damage for every effect that he plays. So now I'm waiting to see what he does. I'm thinking about playing my relics next turn. Now he plays earlier than I expected. He played his Honored Steward and grabbed one of my units. So it was a little surprising to me. I can easily remove that because I can put out my point defense turret and do 2 damage to it, and then I'm going to have one of my Juggernauts coming out this turn. You see my counters over here next to my Paragon, and I get to choose what type of Juggernaut I want. I'm going to do some damage. I'm going to get my unit back. I was a little confused that my opponent played that last turn. Maybe he didn't think that I could do the extra 2 damage and get it back. So now he does what I would expect him to do. Plays his Singularity Steward and then his Honored Steward and takes my token. So my token's gone now. All right, so that was a little bit more of an expected play. All right, so now I have this 5-cost card, this Wong, Purveyor of Curiosities, and that gives me some really good card draw. So I draw 2 cards. I buff a good card. That's a great buff there, because now I can remove his Singularity Steward, which is good. I'm not worried about his Honored Steward yet. Oh, I'm going to charge a card. Oh, no, I'm not, because I don't want to give him draw. I've got so many cards. I did not want to reveal a bank card and give him draw. All right. So I've got 1 Defender out. I've got an Anti-Organic Pulse. Even though it's many turns away, I'm going to keep it, because his Paragon can spawn lots of units. So I'm going to hold on to my Anti-Organic Pulse, the 8-cost spell there, so that if he get to the Paragon, I can remove all the units that he spawns. So he kills my Defender there, which is fine. He can't kill anything with his 2/5. If he's going to remove it, he's going to have to play an effect. And that's what he does. He plays his Neve's Dominion, which removes quite a bit. But he takes self-damage when he plays that card. So for every unit that's removed with Neve's Dominion, he plays it. So now I have a question here. Do I play my 5-cost card down here, my Ruthless Juggernaut? Decided not to. I decided to go with this Assembly Forward mechanic. And what that does is it allows me to remove a counter from my Paragon, which means I get my token out earlier. Got lots of cards in my hand, got lots of good cards in my hand. I've got him down to 10 health already. Got 2 units on board, and one of them's quite tall. It's going to be tough for him to get rid of it. And I'm in a really good spot here. And my opponent's got a lot of cards, and I just don't think they're the right cards. He needs his card Eclipsed Fate, which can remove all of one type of card for my relic here. He could remove all my relics, and he just moves on to the next game here. So that, maybe my opponent low rolled a little bit, but I had a deck that was well constructed to deal with the threats and challenges of Shroud, even though Augen is not often a good matchup into Shroud. That does it for today's video, and check back for future content on Parallel. See you guys around.